Jets.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one too low.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Jets at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Jets defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
The Jets were so strong up front last year, they didn't have to hurry Johnson along as a rookie first-rounder. He did pick up a couple of sacks, and while he didn't play a ton of snaps, they certainly intend to utilize his pass rush potential far more in year 2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He hit his first, now this from 43. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game,
did.
right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers.
This defense for the Chiefs, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Hardman on the return.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Kansas City touchdown. Officially 91 yards on the punt return. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. That'll give them 8 that time. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's Uzoma. And he'll be out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, that's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again. Maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mahomes to throw once more. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
15. Mahomes now on first down. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Powers through him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Look at it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll get this to Nwangu. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll give to Hall. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Rodgers now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2.
Hey, pick 26.
Rodgers will throw for it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Now a 2nd and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.